whole thing with Kleiman. Okay, you're a doomsday guy, CryptoVoyager. You always talk about the doomsday, end of the world, everybody sell. You know, what's the spin on this with Kleiman? What could be the spin? How come he's in this movie? What's the spin on this?
Okay, so talking. Okay, Gavin. Here's a good one for you. Pete Davidson has a friend, yeah, and tells the friend, "Hey, yo, I'm in this movie and I'm playing this character, and I already said all my lines. Unless the guy in editing cuts everything off, this is what's gonna happen in the movie." Oh, by the way, there is this site called Little Bit, and they're betting that something is gonna happen, and I already know what's gonna happen. So here's $50,000. Please bet on the sure bet. Yeah. Bets of that kind are basically prone to be leveraged by insiders.
Yeah,
Yeah, anybody in that movie that already saw that whole movie, that already read the whole script, can bet the sure bet. Just
yeah.
saying. Okay, that's one. That's one. Now, Dave Kleiman, um, there is still one thing out of this whole Satoshi saga, out of everything the last 10 years that I can't wrap my head around. And it's basically one single hash number. Yeah, it's a certain block that was mined on, well, actually, we're nearing the date on the 26th of April, 2014, if I'm not mistaken. And it says IDED IB2. Oh, sorry, it is the leading zeros, 1 DEAD, 1 B2, and then some other random numbers. Now, that by itself might not mean anything, but it was made exactly to the date on Dave Kleiman's official death date. Yeah, Dave Kleiman, according to the autopsy report, which is online, died on the 26th of April, which is basically, I believe, the day that he was found. So he most likely died a few days before, but whatever. And that message came out exactly 1 year later. Now we know that, well, we don't know, but we suspect that nobody knew that he died. And then he died, and then the autopsy report came in, and then somebody else found out that he died, and then he made
Damn.
a YouTube tribute, an obituary saying that he was his good friend and
Yeah,
all that
that
other stuff.
that was 20. Okay, you know, just to cross-reference your dates, you're
Yeah.
pretty accurate. It was the 26th of April, 2013 that Kleiman died.
Yes.
Uh, and so, and then Craig had made that video. It had to have been right around that time
Yes.
where he said,
Well, a
"My
few
friend
weeks
died."
afterwards when he found out that he died.
Right, right.
Uh-huh. And then 1 year, exactly 1 year to the date, after the 26th of April, there is a message. It's not a message. It is completely random. It is plausible deniability, if you want to talk spy parlance. And the block hash says I dead IB2. The
I
chances of, yeah,
dead.
one is okay. So you have the leading zeros of the block hash,
Yeah.
and then you have 1 DEAD, 1 B2. Yeah, so
Okay.
those are 8 characters. You could say they're random. It's plausible deniability all the way down, that it's random, but it is that. Yeah, which you could kind of like translate in lead speak to IDED IB2. So if Craig says, well, actually, I did have some help, and Dave Kleiman was basically the one that helped me, that is the most beautiful way of saying thank you. I mean, it makes me emotional, actually. The issue is that should not be possible. Mathematically, it should not be possible to do that. You cannot write a non-random thing on the block hash, because the whole idea of the block hash is that everybody is mining and spending whatever amount of capital you want to put in just to have those leading zeros. And then to say, I have those leading zeros plus, on top of that, 8 non-random characters, that breaks any kind of understanding of how Bitcoin works. I don't know. Nobody has answered me that question. I asked Craig once that question, and he blocked me afterwards.
Oh, shit. He blocked you?
Well, somebody else came in and fucking trolled, and then he blocked everybody in that conversation, which was me too.
Right.
Yeah. I got what's it called? What's it called in American? Collateral damaged.
Collateral damage.
Yeah. So yeah,
dude, that's
but that's one that I don't understand.
always wondered that, because you'll see these block hashes with the graffiti on the blockchain every so often, and it's this random thing. But in this case, you'll see one DEAD, one B2, and it's then the date was 26 April on the block hash, or is that the date? Oh, that's the date of the transaction. I see. So you're
no, Gavin, no. It is not a transaction. So okay, you can make a transaction, Gavin, yeah, and you can say, I'm going to send it to Satoshi's Genesis address, yeah. And then afterwards, you see, hey, look, Satoshi's Genesis address doesn't have 50 Bitcoins. It actually has something like 60. Why does it have 60? Because some other people just gave Satoshi some tribute money. Okay, fine, you can do that. Yeah. You can send some money to an address that is called Bitcoin Ether do not send. Yeah. It is a completely valid Bitcoin address. And if you send money to that address, nobody can do anything against it. It goes to that thing. Okay, perfect. Is it on the curve? That's a completely different question. Okay, but that's possible. All of those things are possible. Everybody has done it. Blah 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 blah. What you cannot say in advance is what will be the nonce of this block, so that the block hash will have those characters in that order. That is not possible according to any kind of mathematics that governs cryptography. Wow. It's not.
So it's some divine, unexplained miracle of some kind that happened that way. It's unexplained.
Unexplained. It's a backdoor, Satoshi knows there is.
Or Satoshi knows a backdoor.
Well, the issue is that if you know which leading zero, if you know the nonce in advance, then there is no point of having proof of work.
Right.
The only thing that
I could comment on that, but I can't. I know some information, but I can't comment. But this is really a fascinating story about what you're saying here. I think it's a brilliant piece to the puzzle. About the Kleiman.
Well, yeah, it's the one puzzle that I haven't heard anybody mention anything that actually makes sense. Nobody.
But you're saying in your theory, it's a beautiful kind of a romantic, makes you emotional that it happened that way. It was like a tribute to Kleiman, is what it was.
Yes, but not only that. The question is, how the hell did he do it?
Well, we will probably never know, but we know that it was.
So Gavin, how many Bitcoins does a miner get right now per block?
What is it? Six? I'm not sure.
3.125.
3.25, yeah.
Okay. So for you to be able to write a block hash, you have to know what the nonce will be of the next block. If I know what the nonce of the next block will be that satisfies the rules, which basically means all zeros, I could make 3.125 BTC every 10 minutes. And nobody can stop me. Unless I don't understand how this works. I would love to talk with Craig about that. But every time I see an interview with Craig, which comes maybe once a year, nobody asks, and that is, Gavin, if you ever go into an interview with Craig, don't ask him simple questions. Just telling you that from experience, seeing so many interviews with Craig. Don't ask him simple questions. Ask him the hard ones, please.
I would love. This is a really good one. I'd like to write that one down. That would be a badass question to ask, and get a freaking high level answer on for the record. Now, I think he's under that gag order we know, and I looked into it until I think it's November or December uh, coming up. So I don't expect to hear much from him. But he did the thing with what's his name? That Ian guy, the Scottish guy. That show with him. So I don't know. Seems to be able to talk. Who?
Gavin, you really liked it when I said that when my troll was that in December for Christmas, Craig can say again that he's Satoshi.
I thought that was so funny. Dude. That was hilarious. He's out there trolling everybody again. I'm Satoshi, you guys. This is it. It's on. Let's go to battle. He calls up Calvin and they start just going to town, Where Take Our Hands to that. We want revenge.